This message is being broadcast by the Department of Defense of the Republic. A paranormal anomaly affecting the entire nation has been detected for an unknown period of time. The United States government has declared a state of emergency. Effective immediately, all citizens are to remain indoors. Lock all doors and windows. Block out any sources of light. Do not go outside for any reason. Do not attempt to communicate with anyone outside your home. Do not open the door for anyone. It is not human, nor is it a religious figure. Military personnel are stationed in all major cities to enforce the lockdown. Any attempt to violate the order will be met with immediate force. This is not a drill. Repeat, this is not a drill. Stay inside. Protect yourselves. Do not look outside. Do not engage.
This document is being presented by the Department of Homeland Security. Please be advised that unauthorized access to this material is a violation of federal law. Further disclosure will be punishable under applicable regulations. Designation 47, otherwise known as the Hollowed Journal. This artifact was discovered buried within a hollow tree deep in a location previously unmarked on any known maps. Upon excavation, the journal was found wrapped in what appears to be decayed animal hide. The pages are highly fragile, stained with an unknown substance. Most likely, though further analysis is required. Carbon dating has proven inconclusive, but estimates suggest that this artifact predates years. Among the contents, there are fragmented writings, erratic, inconsistent, referring to an entity described only as a beast, capable of shifting forms. However, most troubling is the recurring reference to this entity as wearing the face of. Connecting this artifact to various historical incidents has proven difficult, but certain patterns are undeniably present. We begin with the Roanoke colony disappearance of 1587. Journal entries describe shadows that do not behave, along with mentions of an unseen watcher. Its description eerily similar to reports of distorted figures seen near the abandoned colony site. We've also seen parallels in incident from the personnel involved in this event reported figures with distorted features and accounts of unrecognizable voices. Additional anomalies at the village incident in 19 show similar symbols to those found near the tree where the journal was discovered. Anomalous symbols continue to appear at and sites. The presence of these markings may be tied directly to the entity's manifestations. As for the entity itself, reports indicate that it often manifests near certain symbols or locations linked to ancient rituals. Its presence triggers severe psychological distress, manifesting as paranoia, violent outbursts, and inexplicable physical reactions. In some instances, subjects began to violently pick at their own skin, tearing it off in frantic desperation until only raw, bloodied flesh remained. These individuals would fall into a trance-like hysteria, worshiping the entity with such fervor that it became impossible to differentiate between reverence and madness. Survivors have reported seeing others force victims to look into the entity's eyes, unable to turn away, even as their minds shattered. The victims' faces would contort with terror, but they could not escape its gaze. In some cases, the entity would be described as having the face of, though there is conflicting testimony regarding its exact form. Witnesses claim that they were drawn to it, not by choice, but by an overwhelming sense of awe, even as their bodies broke down. Some subjects reported seeing it wear the face of, invoking a terrifying mixture of divine reverence and sheer dread. Note: multiple accounts suggest that after prolonged exposure, individuals began speaking in tongues or engaging in compulsive behaviors, such as ritualistic carving into the symbol. All such individuals were... Regarding the journal itself, it is clear that the writing spans multiple hands, likely over many decades or even centuries. Despite this, the tone remains consistent: fear, desperation, and an almost obsessive acknowledgement of the entity's presence. The pages are stained with what we believe to be possibly blood. The strange symbols carved into the edges of the pages match others found at sites across the United States. One entry reads, "We begged it for mercy. We prayed to it, but it only laughed. It wears the face of..." The artifact has been secured and is currently housed in under strict containment protocols. Access is highly restricted and limited to personnel with level clearance. We urge all parties to refrain from any public disclosure of this material, as its contents are classified to prevent widespread panic. Further information will be made available only upon verification and official release, per Department of Homeland Security policy. We are now prepared to present an excerpt from the journal.
My sweet child, why do you hide? There is no need for fear. I am here to bring you peace, to bring you home. You have been wandering for so long, haven't you? Lost and tired in this cruel, broken world. Let me ease your burden. Let me save you. I am the light in your darkness. The voice that has always guided you. The face you've prayed to. Don't you remember? I've always been here. Every blessing, every trial, it was me. All for you, my sweet child. Come closer. Look at me. Don't be afraid, don't turn away. You've seen my face in your dreams, in the stories they told you. You've called me by name. You've begged for my love, and now I've come to give it to you. To make you whole. They lied to you, you know. About me. About what salvation means. They told you it was gentle, but salvation is fire. It is surrender. And I offer it freely, my child. Open your heart. Let me in. Look at me, child. Don't look away. I am everything you've ever needed. Everything you've ever feared. I am your God. And I am already here. See me. And be saved.
From the journal itself. Please be advised that this content is classified and deeply disturbing. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
They laughed at me. I thought I died. They said, "Loud as one voice to the noise of hammers and guns. Loud as one shadow to the fire." They buried me deep, buried me in dirt that was mine, but I came back, didn't I? Didn't I? I stood up and the night flashed. Oh, they shone so bright, and their faces were round and red like a moon that has been bled dry. Their mouths never stopped moving, mocking, spitting, cutting, laughing. The ground was right when they came here. The air was right. The sky broke into and the beast was already watching. It always watches. I told them it breathes. Did I say that? Yes, I said that. The ground, it breathes. They laughed. They didn't listen. They just kept tearing, kept breaking, kept cutting the trees, pulling at the land like it owed them something. But the beast was here before them, before me, before all of us. It has in the shadows. It has in the wind. It has in their prayers, and in my head. They're God. They're holy, hungry God. It doesn't feel like my skin anymore. No, it iced tea mine, it iced tea theirs either. But they want tea stock, they can't tea stock. They ripping at it now. Oh, the nails. The nails are breaking and the blood is pouring out, but it's those tea stock. It's those tea stock. Their arms skin hanging in strips, red and glistening, and the smell, do you smell it? Do you see it? The bone is there, and their hands are shaking, but they don't stop tearing and tearing and tearing, because something is wrong. It has in their heads. It has in my head. It has laughing. Am I laughing? No. No, no, no. That has not the beast it has smiling now. It wears their god's face, their holy, shining, bleeding face. And they bow to it. They kneel in the dirt, they barrel in and whisper prayers to it. But it doesn't hear them. It only watches. It only eats. They built walls, glass walls that crack in the night. They burned the trees, they called it progress. They made fires in the ground, they called it freedom. But I saw the face of their God. I saw it. I saw it and it saw me. Its ghost teeth blink. Its ghost teeth closed its mouth. It has too wide, too deep. The eyes, oh, the eyes, they don't stop burning. They burn cold, like ice, but they cut. They cut into me like knives. Like glass. The beast is here. It has in the shadows. It has in the land. It has in the noise it comes and whispers and sings. The words, what are the words? Question mark, closer. Closer. Did you hear it? Do you hear it now? They should have gone back to England. Yes, yes, they should have left. They should have left it alone. The beast moves without moving, speaks without speaking. Its shadow is every shadow. Its voice is every sound. Its face, oh God, its face. It has the face of God.